भगवते उत्तम श्लोके भक्ति भवन्ति नैष्ठिके कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम्। Hare Krishna, welcome to all the devotees for Nityam Bhagavata Seva. I seek blessing from all the devotees so that I can speak Bhagavatam in the parampara for the pleasure of Krishna and the devotees and my own education. We will put gum. That's not good. So today we will be reciting the second canto, second chapter, first sloka, the Lord in the heart. So very interesting chapter. We are entering to the new chapter from today onwards. So you can all recite along with me. Sri Sukha Uvacha Evam Pura Dharanaya Yatma Yonir Nashta Smritim Pratyavaradaya Tustat Tata Sarjadam अमोघ दृष्टिर यथा अपयायात प्रयाग व्यवसाय बुद्धि। श्री सुक उवाच एवं पुरा धराणाय आत्मयोनिर नष्टां स्मृतिं प्रत्यावराद्या तस्तत् तथा ससाजेताम् अमोघ दृष्टिर यथा अप्यायात प्रयाग व्यवसाय बुद्धिर। श्री सुक उवाच एवं पुरा धराननायात्मयोनिर नष्टां स्मृतिं प्रत्यावरादया तुस्तत् तथा ससाचादाम् अमोघ दृष्टिर यथा अपयायात प्रयाग व्यवसाय बुद्धि। So word by word meaning. Sri Sukha Vacha, Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, Evam, just in the same way, Pura, prior to the manifestation of cosmos, Dharanaya, by such a conception, Atma Yoni of Brahmaji, Nashtam, lost, Smritim, remembrance, Pratyavardaya, by regaining consciousness, Tustat, because of the appeasing the Lord, Tata, thereafter, Sasarja, created, idam, this material world, amoga drishti, one who has attained clear vision, yata, as apyaya, created, prayag, as formerly, vivasaya, ascertained, buddhi, intelligence. Translation and purport by His grace, His divine grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, formerly prior to the manifestation of cosmos, Lord Brahma, by meditation on the Virata Rupa, regains his lost consciousness by appeasing the Lord. Thus he was able to rebuild the creation as it was before. Purpose. The example cited herein of Sri Brahmaji is one of the forgetfulness. Brahmaji is the incarnation of the one of the mundane attributes of the Lord. Being the incarnation of the passing mode of the material nature, he is empowered by the Lord to generate the beautiful material manifestation. Yet, due to his being one of the numerous living entities, he is apt to forget the art of his creative energy. This forgetfulness of the living being from the beginning from the Brahma down to the lowest significant ant, is the tendency which can be counteracted by meditation on the Virata Rupa of the Lord. This chance is available in the human form of life, and if the human being follow the instruction of Srimad Bhagavatam and begin to meditate upon the Virata Rupa, then reveals of his pure consciousness and counteraction of tendency to forget his eternal relationship with the Lord can follow simultaneously. And as soon as this forgetfulness is removed, the Vyasaya Buddhi, as mentioned here and in the Bhagavad Gita 2.41, follows at once. The certain knowledge of the living being leads to loving service to the Lord, which is the living being requires. The kingdom of God is unlimited, therefore the number of ascending hands of the Lord is also unlimited. The Bhagavad Gita 13.14 asserts that the Lord has his hands, legs, eyes and mouth in every nook and corner of his creation. This means that the expansions of different parts of the parcels called jivas or living entities are assisting hands of the Lord, and all of them are meant for rendering the particular pattern of service to the Lord. The conditioned soul, even in the position of the Brahma, forget this by the influence of illusory material energy generated out of the false egoism. One can counteract such false egoism by invoking God consciousness. Liberation means getting out of the slumber of forgetfulness and become situated in the real loving service of the Lord. As exemplified in the case of Brahma, the service of Brahma is a sample of service in liberation distinguished from the so-called adulteratic service full of mistakes and forgetfulness. The liberation is never inaction but service without human mistake. I repeat, liberation is never inaction but service without human intervention, human mistake. ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुमिलितमेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्वापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा माया तदां भीष्टं पदाङ्कियं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीवतापदकमलं श्रीगुरु वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगणरघुनाथामितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादा सहगना ललिता श्री विशाखामितं च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेष्टा गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्ते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विषभानुसुदेवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुदेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमो पंकजनाभाय नमो पंकजना मालिने नमो पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रिये। Hare Krishna, welcome once again for Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Today we will be discussing about second canto, second chapter, first sloka. Very interesting. And before we enter into the first chapter of second canto, second chapter, first sloka of second chapter, let us recap what we understood from the first chapter. So we will be discussing a brief caption of the first chapter so that you will have a continuation in the second chapter. Because you might have seen that so many devotees have taken Bhagavatam class and there was a gap between one class to other. So you will be missing the continuity of the chapters, the message. So it is better to recap so that you will understand what we are talking in the second chapter, what Sukadeva Goswami is trying to tell us. So here the first chapter talks about the Parishit Maharaj asked a question, that is the beginning. What is the highest goal of humanity? What can be achieved by a person after death? Sorry, how can he achieve by the person after death? So I'll repeat the question. What is the highest goal of humanity? So we have to understand what is the highest goal of humanity and how can we achieve that by a person who's after the death. So what he has to do while living in this world? To do that, what he has to do? So that he can achieve the highest destination. It means that what is the prayojana and what is the abhidaya. So this is what the Parishit Maharaj asked to Sukadeva Goswami, and in response to the question, Sukadeva Goswami started elaborating that. So Sukadeva Goswami says about Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smarana. Sukadeva Goswami briefed that Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu Smaranam Bhakti is the highest goal of achieving the Krishna Prema. So that we as a devotee we should understand. Which is establish the relationship with Krishna in one of the 5 vratas, and then he mentioned the process can be perfected in short while. One should understand that one is wasting the life. First and foremost thing is we are wasting our precious life. That's what in a couple of back the slokas and in our class also we said, very rare to get a human birth and we are simply wasting it. They utilize the property properly for the Krishna service. They have to utilize this human life for the proper service. The example given is Katwanga Maharaj. He got 1 minute. So he just rushed from the battlefield and start meditating on God and perfected his life. After concluding the apathetically, the Sukadeva Goswami described the path of yoga for impersonal liberation. So apathetically means like not very strong one. So surface level you can say that. Describe the path of yoga for impersonal liberation, that is Savujya Mukti. Why is describing this? You might be asking that. When you say that it's not going to give a result, then why you have to talk about the Savujya Mukti? So there are multiple reasons why Sukadeva Goswami elaborate about the Virata Rupa and Savujya Mukti. Many sages assemble there. In the first canto itself, we have said that so many sages come, different planetary systems, they are all assembled. They have different background. So some are karmis, some are jnanis, some are ashtanga yogis. So many people are there. They are all familiar and they have mastered in that subject. So they are all assembled. So when different background people are there, then we have to accommodate everybody. We cannot talk ours is the best. So many sages assembled there. They are all not adhikar for pure devotional service. This is the underline. Or qualification for pure devotional service. That's why Sukadeva Goswami immediately started talking about pure bhakti, but he started in step by step way. Many of them have the opinion that attaining the highest goal is Savujya Mukti. Sahaja Mukti. So Sahaja Mukti is one merging with Brahman. So that is they are thinking that is the highest one. And means of attaining Sahaja Mukti is the path of yoga. How to get it? By using the yogic meditation. Instead of telling the path is not important, Sukadeva Goswami first present the path of yoga. First he is explaining about path of yoga, how that yogi attains such a way. He is describing how they are getting the elevated. That other sages convinced that Sukadeva Goswami knows what to is talking. So everybody is convinced about that. What is talking is right only. And later explain how bhakti is greater than the other process. So other yogas. So the conclusion what Sukadeva Goswami, bhakti is the best. So before that he is explaining, suppose that's what every time in the class we say that. To know the value of the good thing, you should know the bad thing. Like you know the value of the tree shade, big tree shade, no? If you walk in a hot summer sun, then you know the value of the shade of the tree. Similarly, to know the bhakti, the value of the bhakti, first we should talk about the other yogi which is not a worthy of that doing. It described to reject it. Sukadeva Goswami described of other path to create a contract between those paths. So all other paths, it is all interconnected with each other. It is not a straightforward. Okay, so karmis and jnanis are all interconnected with each other. Therefore, Sukadeva, Srimad Bhagavatam, Paramahamsa Samhita. So Srimad Bhagavatam, Paramahamsa Samhita, it says that Srimad Bhagavatam from the outset rejects the Kaitava Dharma. It straight away rejects. Srimad Bhagavatam, if you read, no, straight away rejects. No, it is not qualified. Any other inferior Dharma. So anything, side matter, Bab may fix that. Any other inferior Dharma, not once which takes you to Krishna Prema. If your process is taking you back to Krishna Prema, that is perfect. If that is not going to take you, then Bhagavatam simply rejects it. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't describe. That's what you are saying there. Because it is rejected, inferior, but it explains about, describes about the yoga, other process also. That is the beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam. It described to reject it, even Jnana Mishra Bhaktis. It rejected even Jnana Mishra Bhaktis also. Who's talking about Jnana, no? It's rejected very subtly. Subtly means indirectly. Okay? Even though predominantly Bhakti, even though that is leading to Bhakti, but he talks about with Srimad Bhagavatam focus more on the predominantly on the Bhakti only. Example is 4 Kumaras. How to understand that? Jnana Mishra Bhakti is inferior. When 4 Kumaras they meet Prithu Maharaj, he there explaining initially about the Jnana Mishra Bhakti. But Prithu Maharaj is not interested to listen all that. Understanding his interest, they started talking about Suddha Bhakti, pure love of Godhead. Okay, then he showed interest, and that's how he's very happy and it is very settled. So this is how we have to understand. People also who had a taste of the bhakti, they will not interested to learn all other things. Sometimes Srimad Bhagavatam message is very subtle and very sophisticated. It's very subtle, soft, sophisticated. We are very sensitive. You need to explain. You need the explanation from the acharyas to understand the subtle message of Srimad Bhagavatam. So if you see that, that's why if you are joined in MA, BA or any graduation, no, you can buy a book and you can go on appear exam. That is called home tuition. Okay, but Bhakti, our Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita is not like that. You need a guru. You have to hear from them. Then only you understand what is subtle, what is sophistication, how Bhakti is more important. Otherwise, you'll think everything is same. Like many people you meet them, they'll say, all God are same. What is the difference? So this is what the confusion it leads to them. The path of yoga is complete by 8 limbs. Yoga, if you talk, there are 8 limbs. What are the 8 limbs? Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana and Samadhi. These are the 8 steps to get reached there. There are 2 categories of yogis. Yesterday class also we had discussed about that. One who have only goal which is liberation. They are interested. Oh, niche check. Those who have only one goal which is liberation, who is convinced that there is only one goal and other goals are absolutely worthy to pursue. So the first category of people, they know that liberation is the ultimate goal, and other process also yoga, they pursue that, they have to proceed. There are second type of yogis are there. Those who accept the highest goal is liberation. They accept that, yes, liberation is the highest goal. But they say that the liberation, wait. We will gradually attain the liberation. By enjoying here and there and attain the liberation, there is no hurry. It's for you to understand there are 2 kind of devotees. Some people you go and preach them. Okay, we have to chant, we have to follow the rules and regulation, 4 related regulation, come to temple, come to yatra, do devotion, read books. These are all where some people immediately they'll catch. Some people they said, wait, I know that, but give me some time. I have children, I have wife, beautiful wife, I have to earn for them, I have to buy a house, I want to enjoy that all the middle thing, I have to go for picnic, I have to see the Kashmir. So, this is the second category. They know that bhakti is important, but they don't take immediately, they want to go around, finish their enjoyment and then come back to bhakti. This is the second category of yogis. You understood? Now, no hurry people's yogis are, no hurry yogis are called, undergo the process of krama mukti. They are called krama mukti people. Such personality meditate on Virata Purusha. What they do, they meditate on Virata Purusha. Virata Purusha means Lord in the universal form. Yesterday I was telling you, Lord is in the universal form. And meditate on the Virata Purusha. He is recommended to instigate the change in heart. Instigate means just fire up, like lighter, no? When you are go to the Kashmir, your room is very cold. What do? You put a fire, no, to keep you warm. Similarly, here also, instigate by Virata Rupa meditation, you get that taste of the bhakti. Hopefully, they meditate on Virata Rupa by visualize the universe. I wish to go. So by meditating, they visualize the Virata Rupa. Okay, yesterday I was telling the front is the Dharma, back is Adharma, 14 planet system is there, face, eyes are the sun and moon, and the veins are the blood, and the bones are the mountains, and hairs are the trees. So we were explaining, no, that. So they visualize it. Okay, when they say, oh, go out, nook and corner to enjoy it. Okay, when they go to Kashmir to see the mountain of Himalaya, they say, oh, these are the bones of that Lord. The trees are the hairs of the Lord. So they are able to visualize the whole universe belongs to them. Okay, then they understand, okay, everything belongs to Krishna. Of course, you may be desire to enjoy this world. Even though they gone to the Kashmir to enjoy it, but they are able to recap it. It's subdued and you may not focus on secondary goal and focus on primary goal. Slowly you started understanding, yes, this is not that, this is all body of the Lord. I should focus on Paramatma. That is the purpose of going. So you might see that why we take devotees for yatra, go to Vrindavan, Mathura and Mayapur, so that they see the Lord and started the beauty of the Lord, they started meditating on the Lord. So they will going to yatra is for the pleasure, but the purpose is to realize the Lord. You understood? It works for some yogis and it may not work for others. It is not for all the people. So you might have seen that there are hundreds and hundreds of yatris. We take them for yatra, but how many have become nice devotees? In that many people fall down. After that next yatra only they will come to the temple. So it works for somebody, it doesn't work for them. I have experienced that. Once I went first time to Barsana, I was started ecstasy by seeing the Lord, Mother Radharani. My eyes now crying. I'm not able to control my emotion. So this is how that it triggers for the devotees. So others they see, okay, one of the idol deity kind, they just like an exhibition, no, or museum if they go, there so many sculpture there, so they just see that the emotion will not, the connection with the Lord will not come. So that's what I'm trying to say. Some yogis it works out, some it will not. From whom it works, for those who are it works, they give up the secondary goal. They give up the secondary goal and focus on the primary goal. So they switch over from the secondary goal of enjoying mood to the primary goal of meditating on Paramatma. In which case they become qualified meditator on Paramatma within the heart. So they started meditating. But in some cases, if they qualify for Paramatma meditation, if somebody qualify for Paramatma meditation, such devotees attain the direct liberation, they get liberated, which is called as Satyog Mukti. So Satyog Mukti means immediate. Satyog Mukti means immediate liberation, Mukti. The meaning along with the grass body, this body is called grass body. They once have given up the subtle body also. Subtle body is what? Mind, intelligence, ego. So they give up that also. And attain the liberation, they go. This is called Satya Mukti. Okay, you understood? There are two muktis. One is Satya Muktis, other is Pramanya Mukti. We understood. Pramanya Mukti, slow process. If someone unable to give up the secondary goal, okay, I want to enjoy this world, they undergo the gradual liberation. So that's why they constantly we take them devotees to various yatras. Okay, so slowly they get the taste. They go to the Paniyati festival, they go for a Snana Yatra of Jagannath Puri, they go for Rath Yatra of Jagannath Puri. So many yatras they constantly going, and then that mukti called Kramana Mukti, slowly, gradually they get that. Where they go to the different planet and enjoy, and that they are happy. So it is like we going to a different city, different dham for having darshan of the Lord. These yogi, they travel from one planet to other planet, other planet to other planet. But what they do is, suppose earthly planet to Swargaloka, they go there, they enjoy Swargaloka, give up the Swargaloka happiness, and then they go to Magaraloka, then Janaloka, Tapaloka, like that. No, slowly they enjoy the fruit of that loka and cease. After that again they will not come back to enjoy it. It is like seasonal fruits, okay. In summer you enjoy the mango fruit. You eat such a thing, no. After the season is over, if somebody offering you mango, you say, oh enough, I ate too much. Correct, no? So this is our the yogi speech. They get liberated to one level to happiness, they move on like that, and such people, they meditate on Virata Purusha. Those people, what they meditate on the Virata Purusha. In order to describe what is the bona fide recommended process of meditation, that is description of Virata Rupa. It is a bona fide only, which is given in second canto of first chapter. So we studied last 3 months about first chapter, this is all given. Because he has to meditate, he has to know. Suppose if I tell that Krishna, if you are a new person, if you are a foreigner, you don't know what is Krishna. But if I tell you Modi, then you remember, yes, he is a Prime Minister of India, he is rooted, he has a beard, he is used kurta, he is very active, he flies. So you are able to correlate, no? So that's what. We have to visualize the form of Krishna. When I say Krishna, you are visualizing how you are visualizing the Prime Minister. How do you depute the universal form? So if I say the universal form, then you also need something how it looks like. The universal forms of cosmic contain every single planet. So, right from the lotus feet to the head, the 14 planetary systems are there. Every planet is part of that. Below the navel, it is all the lower planetary system. Above navel, it is all upper planetary system. 7 plus 7, 14. You understood? All the elements is covered in the universal form. So, everything is covered. How do you visualize it? So, how do you think of it? How do you picturize it? Suppose if I tell that, okay, Prabhupada, if I say that, no, then your mind will picturize, okay, he's a old sadhu, he sits in saffron dress, always he will be folded sitting posture in Padmasana, right? No? You will picturize that. You may start visualizing it. How do you carve the deity of the universe? Universal form. If I say the universal form, then you need to think of that. What is lotus feet? What is the knee? What is the navel? What is the chest? What is the face? Correct? No? You need to carve the universal form. It will be highly legislative thing that which will not cover all these things. But detailed things which cannot be explained. Then whole Bhagavatam will become a Virat Rupa only. Correct? No? So much of minute details are there. It is an example to explain you. As Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, he described various of vibhuti. So vibhuti means all elements. Suppose he says that in 15th chapter onwards, no, he talks about of all the elephant, I am the Airavata. Of all the horses, I am the Uchitava. Correct? And he said that I am Sukracharya. All the demon, I am the Sukracharya. So, the best he is explaining. He is not explaining everybody. He is taking a sample of that, correct, no? But I can't describe everything. That's what Krishna himself says that I cannot go on talking about that because then Bhagavad Gita becomes something else, correct, no? Just understand the purpose of my description of the vibhuti is to describe the power. Why he is comparing it? So that you will understand the power of it. With my one expansion of the expansion of the expansion, my expansion of the expansion of one small thing that manages the whole universe itself. Imagine it. You need not to do anything. It is like, okay, there is a court order is given to you, okay, arrest this guy. Okay. If that magistrate is coming to arrest you, no. That magistrate give a report to the head commissioner office. It goes to commissioner office, commissioner office, it goes to the that zone, then zone to the branch, then town, then village, district, all the things, no, down the line, then the small sort of police station, and that police cop, no, who's a havaldar you call, no, he goes and arrests you, correct? This is how. The expansion exercise, that smallest one is sufficient to manage it. The havaldar is sufficient to catch you. It is not that, okay, the big military has to come and catch you. With my, how to depict the Virata Rupa in the form of picture or deity is impossible practically. So that's what I am telling. To picturize that entire thing is not possible at all. Still there is a recommendation from the meditation is given in the Shastra. Shastra says that you have to meditate on Virat Rupa only. The various bodily parts of the Garbhadaksha Vishnu are the mirror image of Vibhuti. So it is all discussed, the material form, all the things. The various bodily parts of the Virata form or the material things, universe. Also discussing the variety in the matter of, it is also, we are discussing about the matter also has a variety, spirit also has a variety. It is not only that you got a prasadam, no? You got rice, dal, sabji, papad, pickle. So when you have the prasadam, so much of variety, material thing, spiritual also so much of variety is there. In that, when variety can exist in the grass level, variety also can exist in the spiritual level also, no? When we have the plants, so many of in the earth, so many mountain trees, planets, animals are there. In spiritual world also, it's all existed. Without that, it cannot reflect because ours is a mirror image. Whatever we are seeing in this material world, is mirror image of spiritual world. So understood? So how the Atmas is covered? Adi Bhuta layer, Adi Deva layer, Adi Atmika layer. It's all covers the Jivatma. It's not only this much. We have gross covering also, gross bodily covering. This is a gross bodily covering. Our Atma is inside. This body is covered with the gross body, no? We are saying it. And settled body also covering is there. Our mind, intelligence, ego, it's all there, no? That is also covering our Atma, right now. And controller layer also. There's a controller layer also there. Yesterday we are telling, you can control your body, you cannot control your friend's body, no? So controller layer also there for with the Atma. So now you understood. Atma is inside. It is like packing the gift box. Okay, gift box. These layers are parallelly function. It's all parallelly function and support each other. That we have to understand. So when mind is thinking, intelligence is sleeping. No, intelligence also yes. Don't do, don't go. Yes, you do this. Correct? No, intelligence also parallelly working and cooperating. Otherwise, what happened? You want to lift, it happens that when I met with accident, my hand got fractured. After treatment, no, I was having a band-aid, okay. So after 15 days, doctor told that, okay, now we start physiotherapy. I was thinking that, why I need physiotherapy? My hand is there, I was using for so many years, my hand was working. Now when I thinking to stretch my hand, it is not working. That means what happened? The mind is telling to move, but the body, hand is not moving. This is what the example. You got it? So, all the things are cooperating and they are working parallelly. But the whole condition is to achieve the goal of enjoying the material world. Everything, why it has been covered? So that now we will start enjoying this material world. Otherwise we will not do. Correct, no? It is like military. Military person is enjoying? No. He has been trained. Okay, morning 4 o'clock we get up. You have to do exercise. You have to do work. They are not exposed to any outside world. They are in the camp only. They are trained. Okay. Whole day they will be working, they will be, every class they talk about patriotism, okay, we have to work for the India, we have to work for the country, so they will brainwash him. So, this also, our soul also, Jivatma, has been covered by so many layers, so that now we will not knowing the outside real Swarupa of the Lord, we are thinking that this material world is so beautiful, let me enjoy. You understood why this covering is happening. The first chapter of his description is help. Why first chapter of description of Virata Rupa? This is to help the inferior yogi. Inferior yogi means the neophyte devotee. Visualize the object of meditation, which is the Virata Rupa. So for them the object of meditation is Virata Rupa. So, what is your object means? I have to study, correct? To get the process is studying to get a good job. The object is to get a good job, correct? Now you understood. The object of meditation is Virata Rupa so that he gets liberated. The yogi concentrates the mind on the gross form along with their intelligence. So, yogi sit, that is Ashtanga Yoga, no? The yogi sit and meditate. Along with it is not only bodily controlling the gross body, he is also utilizing the intelligence. There is nothing more than that in this material world. So, beyond the Virat Rupa, there is nothing you can correlate. This is the answer for the Parishit Maharaj's second question. What is the second question he asked? What is an acceptable object of meditation? What we are supposed to meditate? That is acceptable. Okay. He said that for that he said that you meditate on Virata Rupa. Everything which material world is covered, everything is covered. With the Virata Rupa means there is nothing beyond that. It is a Virata Rupa in the material world is the body of the Purusha. It means that even a dust of the material world is outside which is not under control of Supreme Person God. Correct, no? So if you are in a military camp, okay, inside the camp, or like, if I take you can give an example of a thief. Okay, when a thief is put in the jail, big jail, okay, and there are so many CCTV cameras are there, so many guards are there, round the clock they are watching it, correct? Is that any thief can escape from that prison? Not possible. You cannot say that, okay, this gate is open, this is a weak point where the prisoner can escape. Similarly, the whole Virata Rupa is under the control of the Lord only. There is nothing beyond that. Sukadeva Goswami says that this yoga who worship the Virata Rupa of the Lord, which is the ocean of bliss, it is the ocean of bliss, bliss means happiness. It is the eternal time, it is always available, and the space is nothing else. So this we have to understand. Virata Rupa is a bliss, it is time and also space. Meditation on anything else leads to the degradation. If you leave this Virata Rupa and if you start meditating on any beautiful lady or any beautiful house or anything other than that, then what happens is you will get degraded. That's what is happening. The politicians, they meditate on the post. I want to become a counselor, I want to become a MLA, I want to become a MP, I want to become a Prime Minister, I want to become... So, they go on meditating other than the Lord. Because of that, what happens? They getting slowly degraded. Ultimately, he is qualified for the liberation. So, if you meditate on Virat Rupa, he is getting qualified. Every possible temptation or attraction which is felt due to the past vasana, that's what essay also we are telling that. Why you are getting a temptation or attraction, suppose you might be seeing it. Some people know they jump from the big cliff of the mountain. So they call some something, bungee jump. So they enjoy it. It is not that this life they are enjoying it. In the previous life also there might be a monkey where, or a cheetah, where it jump from a cliff of the mountain from one tree to other tree. So that vasana. So every possible temptation or attraction which felt due to the past vasana, previous janma, that vasana is continuing. All that is like a drama. All that is like a dream. Yesterday we are telling, it is like a dream. Even though one remembers the dream, one understands that, appreciates. Unless you don't understand that, appreciate that of the dream, doesn't take it seriously. Okay, these are all these vasanas are my dream. What I am seeing is this world is all dream. So let me get out of this, enough of enjoyment. Let me start meditating on Paramatma. Then with the proper discrimination, he gives up the desire. So what is meant by discrimination? Yesterday I explained to you. Discrimination means, okay, these are property of the Lord, I am the servant of the Lord. When you discriminate that, then you started meditating. In that way, we get qualified for the liberation. This is what the whole second canto, first chapter explains detail about Virata Rupa. So let us all understand what is a little more detail about that. What is the second chapter going to talk about? Okay, we saw two types of yogis, correct? One person is the liberation, direct liberation, correct? That is the primary goal of liberation, and secondary goal is the Virata Rupa, that settle gross body and settle enjoyment. Okay, first type of yogis are Dharma, Dharana Asraya is Paramatma. They meditate on Lord Paramatma. And second type of yogi, Dharana Asraya is Virata Rupa. You got the difference? And the first category gets liberated by the path of Satya Mukti, Satyog Mukti, and that is direct liberation through the Satra Yogi. So we told no, immediate liberation, and second category of liberation is gradual process of path of karma mukti, brahma mukti. They want to enjoy and then come back. Like a neophyte devotee, they want to go for a picnic and then later they want to take the bhakti. So you got the different two yogis we understood. And second thing is the first chapter. It's also second canto talks about the four aspects of. It talks about four aspects in that Dharana Asaya is Paramatma, description of Dharana Asaya is Virata Rupa, how the Paramatma meditation of yogi attains the liberation and process of attaining liberation. The fourth is that how the Virata meditation of yogi gradually attains. These four topics we have discussed. In that first chapter covers the path of description of Virata Rupa. Out of four, one part is covered. The second chapter covers the balanced state, that is Dharana Asaya of Paramatma description. It is described about that, and how the Paramatma meditation of yogi attains the liberation and process of liberation, and third is how the Virata meditation yogi gradually attains liberation. These are the things we will be talking about the second chapter. So it is very interesting, because as a first chapter, if you start clarity, then as the days goes, you will understand much more about detail about that. You will be able to grasp easily, because we know that it's a very tough subject, but if you understand step by step, then it is easy for you to understand. So second chapter of second canto, it talks about the title is given as Lord in the Heart. So Prabhupada is given. Whereas Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he gave the title as meditation on the Purusha in the heart. So ultimately we are meditating on the heart only. So how yogi value the liberation? What they value the liberation? Eventually, if it is directly, they detach from the world. The first category, they detach from the world. And second category, how they value? They gradually liberated and simultaneously they enjoy this world. So we know that Virata Rupa is an imaginary form, and you will ask that if the meditation on the imaginary form, how can a tangible real benefit come from the meditation of imaginary form? I'll tell you that to understand this imaginary form, if I say that water, 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 when you chant water, is it able to you taste the water? No. It's an imaginary form. Okay. But if I give you the sweet, then you are able to relish it. So this is what is that. But the question here, a popular example here in this first chapter of second canto, second chapter is given is the success of Virata Rupa meditation is Brahmaji himself is the example. Though this type of meditation as described in the previous chapter, previous kalpas it is given. So it's very interesting how Brahmaji undergone the Virata Rupa, why he has to do meditation on Virata Rupa. Once upon a time, Brahma has forgotten. So when you forget anything, don't feel bad. Prabhuji, I give you some work, you come at the end of the day say, Prabhuji, sorry, I have forgotten. Don't feel bad, because you are not only forgotten, even Brahma himself is forgotten. It is not that every day he wakes up and he forgets to create. So that also we should understand. Not every time he forgets. The moment he get up, like you also get up from the bed, and you forgot that what I have to do today. Should I have to read? Should I have to take bath? Similarly, Brahma also not every time he is forgetting it. It's not that every time he forgets, goes ups and downs, because he came from the lotus flower, What he does, he goes ups and down in the stem and sits in the lotus petals and start meditating, And he started, when he comes out, he hears that tapa, 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 correct? That time and again, once again, while he forgets, So there are three kalpas, he comes under different kind of thing. First time when he forgets it, in one of the kalpas, what he does, he climbs up and down in the stem. You have seen the lotus flower, There is a green color stem, lotus flower on top. What Brahmaji does is he goes up and down and he climbs on the top and sits on the lotus because he has forgotten what he is supposed to do. Then he hears the sound, tapa, tapa, tapa. Then what is that? He sits and performs the tapasya, and for the pleasure of Supreme Lord, whom he meditates, the Lord reveals the memory to him. Lord gives the memory. And he empowers him to create the secondary creation of the universe. This is happened. Okay? That is one stage. And second time also is there. Some other time also he is forgotten. It is not that one time only is forgotten. Next time when he forgot, then what happens? In the second canto of fourth chapter, Sukadeva Goswami prays to the Lord. My dear Lord, oh, once the Brahma forgot how to create, and you arrange the spiritual energy. So what Brahma and triggers the memory for creation. So this is the second incident where Brahmaji gets the memory, oh, I have to do this job. Correct? No? Sometimes you forget, then your superior tells that, okay, go and do that, you have forgotten. Correct? While cooking, you forgot to put salt, what happened? The chief cook will say, oh, you have forgotten, put some salt. Similarly. And Brahmaji, also the third incident happens. In different kalpa, he has again forgotten to create, and then what happened is, he is such a meditation, he remembers how to create and regains his memory. He started meditating on Virata Rupa. By satisfying the Lord, Lord recommended to meditate on Virata Rupa. He gives a description. He also gives them how to meditate. And with that description, he meditates on Virata Rupa and regains the memory, how to create universe. Prior to the distractions of the, and he recreated the universe. So, before there are many annihilations that in the previous class also I explained that a small insect, it dies on the same day. That is one type of annihilation. The second annihilation is Brahma, when he goes for a sleep, then the whole universe comes under the water. That second annihilation. The third annihilation is when the whole cycle is over, Brahma life is over, then Vishnu, everybody goes inside the mouth of the Vishnu. That is third annihilation. So, before the annihilation, if Brahma forgot to create the universe, then he meditated on the Lord of Virata Rupa. Even though Brahma is not meditating on Virata Rupa to attain the liberation, he is not meditated to get a liberation. But because personality is not in, here the personality is important. On what purpose you are doing is important. The personality of those who are aspiring for Sahuja Mukti. Sahuja Mukti means impersonalism, merging with the Lord, is not found in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam is not elaborating about that. It is not ultimate goal, because that is not ultimate goal. Merging with the Lord is not the ultimate goal. They will not glorify or mentioned in the Bhagavatam. We didn't talk about much about the people who are merged with the Lord. Therefore, they given Brahmaji, who did the meditation on Virata Rupa, not for the liberation, to get the memory, regain the memory. By giving example, Sukadeva Goswami actually giving, why Sukadeva Goswami giving this example is to give us confidence on us. Yes, this imaginary form, but the result of meditating on the imaginary form is not an imagination. It is real. You have to understand, it's real. It is a bona fide meditation and definitely gives a proper result. That's what that. Sometimes they say that no, if you join in a bona fide authenticated college, you get the certificate. If you are not a registered college, then what happens in the middle of the thing, the university will reject them, and for students who are joined in college, they cannot graduate. So it happened in Bangalore also, so many in the past. Many colleges are closed down because they didn't obtain the license, and the students are transferred to different colleges to pursue their studies for the benefit. Similarly, this Virata Rupa meditation also is authenticated and it gives a result. The second chapter, the spiritual body of the Lord is Paramatma form of the Lord, practiced on the dharana by the perfected yogi. The two paths of merging into the Lord, for those who are described, the two paths are, one is direct person meditating on Paramatma, the other thing is meditating on the Virata Rupa into the Lord, for those who desire to give up their bodies. So they will also there. The dharana, the visible material object, is Virata Rupa meditation, which is infer the presence of the Lord, and dharana on the Bhagavan is Paramatma. The intermediate result of yoga is Brahmaji regains back. So Brahmaji, why he meditated on Virata Rupa? To regain the memory, and by satisfying the Supreme Lord, Brahma again created the universe, and it is before the destruction. He fixed his intelligence, I will create the universe by the inspiration of the Lord. Virata Rupa may be the imaginary. Again we are underlining it. It may be imaginary, but it gives a tangible benefit for the particular kind of people, particular class of the people, particular qualification. So with that, this is the essence of today's sloka. Mantra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. So after some time, we can check why.